time! It's Glock o'clock! The Glock 19 is one of the most common patterns of semi-automatic pistol in use throughout the world. The main objective of this video presentation is to learn about basic safety rules, function checking, features of the Glock 19 Gen 4, standing firing positions, and choice of additional accessories. Always follow the 4 rules of firearm safety. 1. Treat every firearm as if it were loaded. 2. Never let the muzzle point at anything you're not willing to destroy. 3. Keep your finger off the trigger until your sights are on target. 4. Always be sure of your target and what is beyond it. Never attempt to grab a falling gun. Doing so will create a grave risk in inadvertently pulling the trigger and discharging it in an unsafe direction. Do not have obstructions within the barrel. Doing so may cause serious damage to property and bodily injury. The Glock 19 is a pistol chambered in 9x19mm. Find and use ammunition labeled as 9x19mm, 9mm Luger, 9mm Parabellum, 9mm Para, 9x19mm plus P, also known as overpressure, and 9mm NATO. Keep in mind that 9x19mm plus P and 9mm NATO pistol cartridges have higher pressures than standard cartridges. Yet with the Glock 19, these can be safely used with regular usage. Keep in mind that these cartridges have higher recoil, and for inexperienced shooters, it can make shooting more difficult. The common ammunition types you can encounter are ball cartridges, also known as full metal jacket, FMJ, or total metal jacket, or TMJ, for practice and general range use and competition use. Hollow point ammunition for carry and defensive purposes, frangible ammunition for training in shoot houses or extremely close distances while engaging metal targets. Keep in mind that when selecting defensive hollow point ammunition, ensure that the ammunition cycles properly and the point of impact, or rounds hit on target, are the same between your practice and defensive ammunition. The Glock 19 has an abundance of holster choices. Select a holster that is made of leather with a rigid internal body, rigid injected molded polymer, or Kydex. Ensure the holster adequately covers the trigger guard and that debris or fingers cannot enter the holster and be able to pull the trigger to the rear if the pistol is holstered. Ensure the holster attachment points are not easily able to become loose and detach itself from the belt. For duty holsters, select a holster that has positive retention so that when the holster is being grabbed by anyone who is not the operator, or if the pistol is bumped around while holstered, it would not come loose from the holster and create a safety liability. Ensure that the retention mechanism is activated without the use of the trigger finger. Some recommendations for a duty holster would be the Safariland ALS or ALS SLS holster with a quick release system fork or QLS fork attached to it. Avoid holsters which use the index finger for the release of the pistol. These examples are dangerous with serious safety flaws. Such examples to avoid include the Black Hawk Serpa holster and its derivatives, which are fragile and can be bricked with sand or gravel or other debris entering the trigger lock mechanism. The Quantum Mechanics holster is an unsafe design which, after the holster is used and the handgun is employed, when reinserted back into the holster, it'd be in an extremely unsafe condition, where the index finger is required to release the pistol while live and in the holster. This is extremely dangerous. This creates an incredibly unsafe state where the trigger can easily be pulled to the rear before the muzzle is oriented to target. For concealed carry holsters, find one that is comfortable and can be concealed. Ensure that the cavity holster is free from any debris, loose fabric, or drawstrings. Some recommendations would be from Filster and Tenacor. These holsters are well designed, durable, without sharp edges, and with good quality control. Perform a safety and functions check on a Glock 19. Ensure the pistol is clear and that there is no live ammunition present. Clear the pistol by pressing the magazine release and letting the magazine fall. Pull the slide fully to the rear while pressing upwards on the slide stop. Ensure the chamber is clear with a visual and physical check. Depress the slide stop, letting the slide go forward. Squeeze the trigger and hold the trigger to the rearward position. Hear a click. Hold the trigger in the rearward position. Rack the slide. Slowly release the trigger forward until a click is heard. Attempt to pull the trigger without engaging the trigger safety. The trigger should not be pulled rearwards. Insert the magazine into the pistol. Rack the slide rearwards and ensure function of the slide stop. The slide should be locked rearward. Depress the magazine release and remove the magazine. Depress the slide stop, letting the slide go forward. Squeeze and release the trigger. Make sure the trigger is locked in the rearward position. Loading the pistol. Before loading, always clean excessive grease and oil from the bore and chamber. Ensure the barrel is clear of obstructions. The presence of any foreign matter in the barrel could bulge or burst the barrel, or cause other damage to the firearm or serious injury to the shooter or to others. Insert cartridges into the magazine by placing the rear of the cartridge halfway into the magazine. Push downwards into the follower, and slide the rear of the cartridge fully into the magazine. Repeat these steps until the magazine is full. The included reloading tool with these pistols makes this step a whole lot easier. Full-size pistol magazines of 17 rounds and extended magazines will also fit in the Glock 19. Short magazines for subcompact pistols like the Glock 26 will not fit. Magazines for single-stack pistols like the Glock 43X will not fit. Insert the magazine into the magazine well of the pistol until you hear the magazine catch click. This ensures that the catch is engaged properly. With the pistol pointed in a safe direction, grab the threaded portion of the slide and retract the slide to the rear with an overhanded technique. Releasing the slide will strip a cartridge from the magazine and chamber it. The pistol is now loaded. Aiming the pistol. On a pistol equipped with iron sights, make sure the front sight is centered between the notch of the rear sight, where the top edge of the front sight is flush with the rear sight. Ensure that there is an equal distance of light coming between the left and right inside edges of the rear sight and the outside edges of the front sight. This ensures proper sight alignment. While there are dots or other markings present on these iron sights, ignore those and only do those as a reference point for adverse shooting conditions. While there are dots or other markings present on these iron sights, ignore them and only use those as a reference point for adverse shooting conditions. The Glock 19 pistol is set for a combat hold, which the top of the front sight serves as an aiming point and rounds fired will hit in that area. On a circular bullseye target, aim for the center of the bullseye. For a humanoid target, aim for the upper chest or the head. Keep in mind is that with focus of the eyes, your eye can only focus on one plane of distance. For accurate shooting, focus on the front sight, leaving the rear sight and the target blurry. While shooting a pistol with electronic reflex red dot sight equipped, focus on the target instead and present your red dot. You should have a clear picture with a crisp red dot presented over the target. The Glock 19 Gen4 is a striker-fired pistol with a single-action type of trigger pull. The trigger cannot be used again unless the pistol cycles or the slide is cycled. Yet with a trigger pull weight of 8 pounds with a lot of creep, it is even more important and challenging to squeeze the trigger to the rear without disturbing the sight picture. The extractor of the pistol will be in an outward position, which can be felt. This can also function as a loaded chamber indicator. When the pistol is empty, insert another loaded magazine into the pistol. Then either release the slide stop or rack the slide with an overhanded technique. When done shooting, the pistol can simply be reholstered. Ensure that no debris or obstructions are present inside the holster. Remedial action. If the pistol is malfunctioning, there are steps you can do. In the event of a failure to fire, when a chambered cartridge has failed to fire, yet the trigger and firing pin seem to function properly, maintain a firing grip. Use a support hand to sharply tap the bottom of the magazine. Roll the pistol to the right side, so the ejection port is downwards. Rack the slide to the rear and resume firing. If you hear a strange sound, such as a poof or a muffled sound, after pulling the trigger, do not attempt to tap, rack, bang. This may be a bore obstruction or a squib. Fully inspect the pistol before firing again. During a failure to eject, or stovepiping, in which a spent case is caught in the slide and the trigger feels mushy or inoperable, use the same procedure to clear the malfunction as with the failure to fire. During a failure to extract or double feed, press the magazine release and strip the magazine away from the pistol. Rack the pistol 3 times. Place the magazine into the armpit and see if a fresh magazine is available. Insert a fresh magazine into the pistol, rack the slide, and resume firing. Unloading the pistol. To unload the pistol, press the magazine release. Remove the magazine. To clear the pistol, open the slide to the rear, and in a safe direction, ensure that the chamber is clear both visually and physically. Release the slide using the slide stop and squeeze the trigger. The pistol is now cleared. Maintaining the Glock 19. While reliable, the Glock 19 needs to be maintained with proper cleaning and lubrication. Wear rubber gloves and eye protection and clean in a well-ventilated area. You're going to go need pipe cleaners, patches, a nylon brush, the included cleaning rod, and copper brush attachment. You're going to go need solvent, such as kerosene, Hops 9, or M-Pro 7 solvent. You will need gun oil, such as Break-Free CLP, M-Pro 7 LPX oil, Lucas Extreme Duty Gun Oil, or Slip 2000. A 9mm or .35 caliber bore snake helps make cleaning a whole lot easier. To field strip the Glock 19, ensure that you have no live ammunition present. Ensure the pistol is clear and empty with no magazine present. Rock the slide partially so that the trigger mechanism is set. While holding the slide rearward, pull down the 2 takedown tabs and let the slide release forward while pulling the trigger. Now press the guide rod system and remove it from the slide. Remove the barrel from the slide. The pistol is now field stripped. Clean your pistol from the chamber to the muzzle. Insert the rod into the muzzle, then affix your patch or brush. First, use a patch soaked with solvent and let the solvent break away any residue in the barrel. Use a copper brush and clean out the barrel. Then finish more patches and use a patch with a light coating of oil. Use rags, a nylon brush, and pipe cleaners to clean parts of the pistol. For lubrication, avoid excessive lubrication of the pistol, especially in the striker channel. Lubricate according to the Glock Preventative and Maintenance Manual. To reassemble the pistol, place the barrel in the slide. Place your guide rod assembly above the barrel. Align the slide to the frame and pull backwards fully. The pistol shall be reassembled. Fits your hand the best. The pistol can be used without any back straps, and that would have a similar profile to older Glock pistols. In front of the pistol, at the dust cover, the most forward part of the frame, has provisions to mount accessories. One such attachment would be a weapon-mounted light, which can be a supplement to a separate handheld flashlight for accurate two-handed shooting. I recommend using a Streamlight TLR1 HL or Surefire X300 weapon-mounted light. Either of these flashlights are excellent, durable, and compatible with a wide variety of concealed carry or duty holsters. The pistol can be run stock and is perfectly adequate. Be careful on aftermarket modifications that are low quality and often are a solution for a problem that does not exist. Also obtain reputable firearms training. Now you know how to operate your Glock 19 pistol. Enjoy, and be aware of proper firearm safety. Remember, this presentation is from Glow So Bright. Thanks for watching.